All right, gang, what's going on? Look, today we got like a written write-up of what we saw yesterday. We got the official Terminus trailer yesterday, and this video kind of breaks down what we saw meeting the Terminus team, is what they're calling it. The only reason we're going over this, I feel like this is everything you're going to need to know going into gameplay tomorrow. Might help wrap up what we see in the official Zombies gameplay tomorrow, which we will be covering on the channel, hopefully live. Hopefully I can live stream it for the gang. But with that being said, let's dive into it for what we know. So right now it says, the story so far, Requiem for a Lost Soul. After 2 years battling undead outbreaks across the globe, during the Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War timeline, the CIA-led Requiem team finally succeeded in closing... Oop, mic muted, holy moly. Succeeded in closing the last remaining dimensional portal, banishing its denizens. Banishing its homies back to the nightmarish hellscape known as Dark Ether. Because we sent like everybody back, like we sent all the goobers back. However, the team's success came at a heavy price. Agent Samantha Maxis sacrificed herself, especially sealed with this twisted dimension from the inside. Worst was to follow as Requiem senior staff members were unceremoniously arrested. Whoa. On the orders of the project director, finally revealed to be none other than Edward Richtofen. So if you don't remember that, the final Easter egg of Cold War, you get to see Richtofen walking out of like an office. It's like a very different look for Richtofen. But I guess he had him sent all to Terminus Island. That's kind of what it looked like in here. Let's see, taking place over half a decade later, Black Ops 6 Zombies continues the Dark Ether storyline, exploring the fortunes of key characters, also delving further into Richtofen's motivations and goals. During the intervening years, former Requiem staff Gregory Weaver, Mackenzie Matt Carver, Elizabeth Gray, Oscar Strauss, and Stony Maddox, better known by his call sign Raptor 1, have been incarcerated at an outpost known as Terminus, a mysterious garrison located in the Philippine Sea. After being in prison for over 5 years, these characters have undergone significant mental and physical changes. Operators and handlers meet the Terminus team. As a long-standing veteran of the Border Call of Duty Black Ops storyline, Gregory Weaver is no stranger to the ever-evolving nature of war and conflict. In the gray area frequently inhabits, despite the guilt he feels for his perceived failure as the team's commander, he is more than determined to confront and expose his former director's duplicity and agendas. Whatever they may be, he's done playing politics and is willing to burn the whole house down to expose the corruption that's led to their current situation. So I guess it's kind of giving like stories behind each person. If you're lost on who is who, this is huge. All right, this is Gregory Weaver, also known as the boy right here. We got Mackenzie Matt Carver, Dr. Elizabeth Gray. We got Miss Frog, we talked about yesterday, Maya. This is like a new character coming in. We got Dr. Peck, he's back. That's huge. Oscar Strauss and Stony Raptor 1 Maddox. Bold move. They went double eye patch. It's kind of crazy. As for Strauss, not only has he not fared well under the strain of incarceration and intense interrogation, his age and increasingly eccentric personality mean he is deeply reliant on his colleagues, not just for his own physical well-being, but also his sanity. So it looks like he's the glue, man. He's kind of holding it down. Let's see. Not only that, but it soon becomes clear that the chaos on Terminus is not only incursion from the Dark Ether on the other side of the globe. The West Virginia town of Liberty Falls is also facing its own zombie onslaught. Personnel grievances and suspicions aside, their dire circumstances mean that desperate group Hardened heroes has little choice but to fight together if they have any chance of survival. I don't know why they worded like this last piece like this. The summary of what happened in this cutscene. If you have not seen that trailer yet, this group is after Richtofen. Like all of these people are after Richtofen because of Dr. Peck. Let's see. We had Griever, Stony, Carver, and Gray, these 5 right here, locked up. They were locked up. Maya frees everybody. Dr. Peck shows up. He's like, hey, guess who put us all in here? And they're like, oh, it's Richtofen, which is crazy to think about. Because we know Richtofen from a totally different timeline, which is awesome to see him return back in BO6. But basically, that's the objective from this team. So through the Easter eggs, I'm sure we're going to be chasing down Richtofen, which is pretty interesting to think about. I'm hoping the Easter eggs on Terminus Island and Liberty Falls are going to be solid. I do know Liberty Falls is supposed to be like a reimagined transit. So that's going to be pretty exciting that we're getting something like that back. As for Terminus, that's probably going to be our bread and butter for like the first real Easter egg for this storyline to like continue on for the DLC that we see down the road. But tomorrow we get gameplay, so come here first for that, man. We will have it ASAP. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, man, hit the sub, crush the like, catch you tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it, gang.